Let's be real. In a world of just endless content, how does anyone actually get noticed anymore? It's the question every single creator, every brand is asking themselves. So today, we're going to break down the playbook for actually winning attention online. Let's dive in.
Seriously, think about it. 3 seconds. That is all the time you get to stop someone's thumb from just mindlessly flicking past your work. The stakes are just incredibly high, and honestly, the competition is everywhere. So, how do the best in the world actually do it?
Well, if you want to figure out how to compete, you got to look at the masters of the game, right? The creators who aren't just getting views, they're building entire empires. And when you look closely, you start to see a pattern. It all comes back to one thing: a really powerful, high-stakes story.
Now take this from Jacqueline Johnson. What makes this so powerful? It's the vulnerability. Her story isn't just, hey, look at my huge success. It's about the deep, personal crisis that came after. That kind of raw honesty, sharing the messy truth behind the perfect picture, that creates an immediate human connection. You can't help but lean in, because it feels real.
Or here, with Valerio Lipovetsky, we see another idea that we are just wired to love: overcoming judgment. She takes a negative label someone tried to stick on her and flips it, turns it into her superpower. It's the classic underdog story, you know? We can't help but root for someone who's proving the doubters wrong. It's just so incredibly compelling.
In this one from Stephen Bartlett, it's a masterclass in the power of a controversial take. He's challenging something we all just kind of accept as true, that being independent is the ultimate goal. A statement like that instantly grabs you because it makes you stop and question what you believe. It promises a totally new way of looking at things, and our brains find that absolutely irresistible.
So, we know what kind of stories work. These powerful ideas from Jacqueline, Valeria, and Stephen, they aren't just good stories. They're basically powerful hooks all on their own. But now let's get into the how. How do you package an idea so it can stop a thumb in 3 seconds flat? It's time to crack the code on the single most important part of any video: the hook.
So a hook isn't just a clever opening line. It's way more than that. It's basically a psychological tool for what's called pattern interruption. You are literally trying to jolt someone out of that passive scrolling zombie mode. Your one and only goal is to be so interesting, visually or verbally, that they have no choice but to stop and figure out what is going on.
And there's not just one way to do it. The best creators, they attack from all angles. You've got your verbal hooks, literally the first words out of your mouth. You've got visual hooks like a super fast transition, subliminal hooks, these little organic things like stirring your coffee while you talk, and even caption hooks that pull the eye down. You can even stack them together for a massive impact.
Okay, let's look at a classic. This might be controversial, but that little phrase is pure gold. It immediately tells the viewer, hey, I'm about to say something that goes against the grain. It creates instant suspense and makes people really want to hear your unique take. It's a direct promise of something juicy.
Here's another absolute killer hook: the stop doing this and start doing this formula. Why does it work so well? Because it points out a problem the viewer's probably having and promises a better solution, like right now. It's direct, it's actionable, and it speaks right to our desire to just be a little bit better, a little more efficient. It offers a quick win.
And finally, one like this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this one plays on our curiosity and a healthy dose of FOMO, the fear of missing out. This hook hints that you have some critical, maybe even urgent information that they need to know. Nobody wants to be left in the dark, so they stop and they listen. Okay, you did it, you landed the hook, you stopped the scroll, amazing. But your job is only half done. Now for the hard part. You actually have to deliver on that promise and hold their attention. Let's talk about how. The way to think about it is this. The hook makes a promise, but the polish is how you keep it. The hook is the loud noise that makes someone whip their head around. The polish is the incredible thing they see that makes them stay and watch. The quality of your content, both what you say and how you show it, is what turns a 3-second glance into a full watch-through.
And a huge part of that polish is how your video actually looks. Tools like LUTs or lookup tables are a complete game changer. They let you instantly apply a professional cinematic color grade to your video. And this isn't just about making things look pretty. It's about signaling quality. It subconsciously tells the viewer, hey, this is legit, this is worth your time.
And that polish, it isn't just color. It's about the very language of the format you're on. The most effective stories today are built from the ground up for the vertical screen. That means faster pacing.
It means a more intimate, direct-to-camera style, and a structure that's designed to keep someone hooked in a fast-moving feed. You have to speak the native language of the platform.
All right, so we've covered the stories that win, the hooks that grab your attention, and the polish that holds it. So let's put it all together. Let's build a simple, actionable blueprint that you can actually use.
It really boils down to just 4 key steps. 1. Find your story. You've got to dig deep for that vulnerable truth or that controversial opinion that's going to make people connect. 2. Master the hook. Don't just hope for the best, intentionally choose a technique to break that scroll pattern. 3. Add that cinematic polish, the signal quality from the very first frame. And 4. Tell it vertically. Design your story for the screen where people are actually going to see it.
And so we end right back where we started, but now with a totally new way of looking at it. The question isn't just how do you stop the scroll, it's why should someone stop for you? In this crazy, noisy world, the single most valuable thing you have is a story that matters. So, what's yours?